Jayan Krishna, we're getting these details that are coming in on the bilateral between the two leaders. Both of them saying that the meeting has been productive. Do you see it as simply a building block of what happened in June when the state visit took place, that this is a relationship which is now stabilized, is seen partly by some as containing China, but actually is now operating on multiple levels, not just in terms of a strategic partnership?
Yes, absolutely, Rajdeep. There is a mutuality in the relationship between the US and India now. I think both countries look each other as very, very significant partners in the global backdrop. And, there are a lot of things. The list is so long, but my only worry is the meeting apparently was rather too short. So how much of it got covered in that short meeting, because the president arrived this evening and straight away went to the racecourse road for the meeting. So I think, but some of the important things must have been discussed. I presume there's no official comment as yet that, this multilateral financial institutions reform I'm sure this would have figured in some way or the other. The jet engine deal, where GE has agreed to transfer 80% of the technology to HAL. I think it had to be fast tracked, and also India's foray into semiconductor. We all know that how Foxconn had withdrawn from its earlier commitment, but during the Prime Minister's visit to US in June, there was a commitment from Micron to invest almost $800 million in the assembly and testing facility in India. So I think all these things need to be, fast tracked. I don't think there's any dispute, in terms of African Union's entry into G20. I think that will be a smooth sailing. But I think, there has been some irritants on the visa side, especially, the in-country renewal of H-1B visa. I think that is something where there was an in-principle agreement that happened in June during Prime Minister Modi's visit to the US. But, it has to see the light of the day. Space is, again, one area where I think space diplomacy has to, reach the next level of maturity and capability. Both countries, India's recent Chandrayaan success and the solar study mission, both have been successful. And both countries can learn from each other. And especially India can learn a lot from the US. And collaborate in that space. Also, one area which is not very often talked about, but I think it's a huge opportunity for India is the master ship repair agreement. Companies like L&T and all, they have invested in ship repair facility, but the entire world has to leverage these facilities in a big time. If there is a political push, I'm sure at the end of the day, they are business decisions. But a political backing at the highest level would go a long way in India becoming a very, very important center for ship maintenance, repair and maintenance.